Okay, welcome to another virtual program at Reelfoot Lake State Park. My name is David. I'm the regional naturalist for Tennessee State Parks based here at Reelfoot. And this time we brought out Silverado. Silverado is one of my favorite birds. He's been with me now for about 11 years, and Silverado is our red-tailed hawk. Red-tailed hawks are the most common big bird of prey found in this part of the country. They're the bird that everyone has seen sitting on power lines, phone poles, fence posts, hay bales, soaring around over the fields, flying through the woods, setting in your backyard. Very, very common. They are one of the birds that was never endangered. They're very adaptable. They live everywhere, eat everything. So I'm going to turn Silverado around where you can see where he gets his classic name, the red tail. I'm going to lead him to spread his wings from the back where you can really see that beautiful red tail. It takes red tails 1.5 years to get their red tail. So the young red tails just have a brown tail. They're fairly fast flyers. They can do roughly 50 miles an hour on level flight. They're very opportunistic feeders, but we say primarily they take reptiles and rodents. Reptiles being primarily snakes. Of course, they will take a lizard, but we're not talking about turtles or alligators. So snakes and lizards and rodents. Of course, when we say rodents, most people immediately think mice and rats, which is their primary food source. But sometimes most people forget that rodents also, we have some cute rodents, which the cute rodents for most people would be the bunny rabbits and squirrels. So they are fairly opportunistic feeders. Red tails are not big bird eaters. We have some other species of hawks that specialize in catching other birds. Now, I'm not going to say a red tail won't ever catch another bird, but that's not their primary food source. And here at Reelfoot, in the wintertime, we will occasionally see a red tail even catch a duck, which would be roughly the same size as a red tail. Most birds of prey are not near as heavy as most people think by looking at them. Silverado only weighs in at about 1.5 pounds, even though he is a large, handsome bird. And this is a male. Male and female in most birds of prey are colored the same. Females are typically a little bigger. Average lifespan would be in the 20s in the wild. In captivity, they can live a little longer depending on their injury when you get them. Very, very fantastic eyesight. Everyone has heard the term hawk eye. You know, they say a bird like this can probably see a rabbit running across a freshly mowed hayfield at close to 1 mile away. So unbelievable eyesight and ability to survive. Something that I find interesting is red tail comes in a variety of colors. This is your classic red tail coloration. We had one, I've had several. I've been doing this with state parks for almost 35 years now. So over the time, we've had a lot of different birds come through our rehab and environmental education center. 3 of my favorite red tails that I've ever had come in, 2 of them didn't survive. We had one come in that was called leucistic, which was kind of a gray, cream, white with 3 red tail feathers. He had black eyes and he had creamy white toenails, not an albino. We had another one come in that was literally silver. Just a beautiful, beautiful bird. Unfortunately, both of those birds had been hit by cars and their injuries were too severe. They did not survive. We also had one with us for a couple of years before it passed away that was solid black, called a melanistic red tail. Just a truly, truly gorgeous bird. And in fact, in West Tennessee, here around Reelfoot Lake this winter, I'm friends with a lot of bird watchers. We have had a couple of black ones, and we've had a couple of leucistic red tails, all using Northwest Tennessee this winter, which is fairly common. Once again, a very, very common bird. If you pay attention when you're traveling, you'll see a red tail. They'll be sitting there looking at you. Some people don't like them because they are the chicken hawk of fame and legend. You know, when Grandma was raising chickens and a big bird of prey flew across that was big enough to eat her chickens, she called it a chicken hawk. All of them will eat chickens. You know, chickens are pretty tasty. I guarantee some of you have had chicken today. Not to upset anyone, but chickens are not very smart compared to wild food. And when they're running around loose, they are food for lots of things, including us, including the red-tailed hawks. But that's not a primary food source. But sometimes these birds do get in trouble for taking someone's chickens. But when you watch them, when you get up close and personal, we're going to get a really up close and personal view of Silverado. look at those big, beautiful eyes staring into the camera lens. He said, I'm seeing my reflection in the camera lens, beginning to show some defensive behavior. All the different colors on the side, on the chest, of course on the back with the red tail. A very, very gorgeous bird and a very, very special part of our natural world. When you get a chance, come out to Reelfoot Lake State Park, visit us, visit all the birds we have here. Get out and drive around, see all the birds in the wild. Go to your closest state parks. Tennessee has 56 state parks. We do a wide variety of activities and programs. About a third of our state parks have an environmental education program utilizing these birds of prey because they are such great ambassadors for our natural world. Get people interested about nature and learning about nature and wanting to see and experience more about nature. So when you get a chance, come out and visit us at our state parks. Have a great day, and hope we all get through this COVID crisis without too much more trouble. Thank you.